to win the heavyweight title in an unforgettable fight. That bell was used 104 years ago, and it will be used tonight to get things started as we send it up to Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Huntington Center here in beautiful Toledo, Ohio. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. Presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. Brought to you this evening by AutoZone. Get in the zone. By Bud Light, the official beer of celebrations. And by Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, starring Tom Cruise. Only in theaters July 12th. This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds for the NABF heavyweight title. Our judges at ringside, Antoine Bell, David DeYoung, and Mike Fitzgerald. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Wes Melton. Introducing first, out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 255.5 pounds, wearing maroon trunks with yellow trim. His record, perfect. 15 fights, 15 victories. 14 of those victories coming by way of knockout. From Lagos, Nigeria, Rafael Akpejiori. Introducing out of the red corner, presented in association with Eye of the Tiger. He weighed in at 263.4 pounds, wearing black trunks. His record, also perfect. 16 fights, 16 victories, 15 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is ranked number 5 in the world by the WBC and the WBA. He is the reigning NABF heavyweight champion, fighting out of Montreal, Canada, Arslanbek, the Lion Makhmudov.
Okay, fighters, 2 seconds. Okay, fellas, we know the rules in the dressing room. This is for the NABF WBC title. I want you to have a clean fight, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands. Okay, touch them up, bang at the bell.
If you're watching us at home, I'm going to recommend you don't go anywhere. These two fighters, they combined for 31 wins, 29 by way of knockout. 20 of those knockouts have come in the first round. Each has 10 first-round knockouts. A bruising puncher against an athletic puncher. The fireworks start in just a moment.
Stand up.
Bernardo Osuna alongside Timothy Bradley and Andre Ward, and Makhmudov comes out firing.
That's his style. He's brutal, he's aggressive, he comes forward, he applies the pressure, and he hits like a mule.
Akpejiori's already got his chin in the
Oh my goodness.
And I'm not sure we're going to get past this first round. Just looking at how Makhmudov is coming and how Akpejiori is right in line to get hit with one of those big shots.
Leave your defense at home is basically the way that Makhmudov operates in that ring. And Akpejiori, a former scholarship football player at the University of Miami after being a 4-year letterman as a basketball player at the University of Miami.
Good jab right there from Akpejiori. See, that's where Akpejiori wants to operate, on the outside. Control the distance on the outside, use that reach, and walk Makhmudov into a right hand.
Wes Melton with the warning for
both. It's not a wrestling match. Let's have a boxing match, okay? All right, let's go. Time in. Box.
Ironically, Makhmudov said, I'm from Dagestan, and they are the best wrestlers in the world.
Let him go.
And now Wes Melton saying none of that stuff. Nice left hook there from Makhmudov.
Man, those big right hands from Makhmudov are just missing Akpejiori right now. And he's doing just enough to be awkward and sort of avoid that big right hand, because that right hand is exclusively with Makhmudov horns.
Trainer Mark Ramsey said, the first time I saw Makhmudov as an amateur, I said, he's got a professional style. He's rough, powerful.
That uppercut hurt Akpejiori,
but he's holding on.
You think that uppercut hurt him more than him blocking his mom on Instagram so she wouldn't find out that he's a professional fighter?
Oh, my goodness.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on.
Wes Melton is in the middle of this.
You understand? A boxing match. Let's go. Go.
He may be the only reason we get to the end of round one, if so, but Akbajori is down as Makhmudov connects with those power shots.
Here we go.
Thunderous power, just thudding, hammering shots.
Decent amount of time left on the clock for Makhmudov to follow up.
Yeah, Makhmudov with the right hand. Sometimes it's grazing blows. Sometimes he hits the guy behind the head with that right hand. Right there, another rabbit punch on the inside of Makhmudov.
Oh, there's a left that
was
makes the
clean.
stinky leg go. Oh, come on, Wes. You gotta let him fight. Oh, a nice right hand from Akbajori. There's not a lot of balance, and this is not going to be the prettiest fight you're ever going to watch. But this is heavyweight action. Makhmudov trying to land a vicious right uppercut. You see the legs of Akbajori going, but that left hook drops him on the seat of the final rope. And here's the count.
5 rounds over.
Round one, we made it. Joe Tessitore is on vacation. I'm Bernardo Osuna alongside Hall of Famers Tim Bradley and Andre Ward. This is a war, but what can we expect from our main event? Jared Anderson against Charles Martin.
I think we can expect another great fight. Anderson has a lot of pressure on him, not just fighting at home, but being the headliner. All the pressure is on him to show up and to show out tonight.
This is what I've been waiting on from Anderson. He needs to separate himself from the rest of the pack. He needs to become a contender tonight, and if he can get a knockout fashion tonight against this man Martin, hey, I'm telling you, exactly what I told you guys from the beginning. He will be the future of American heavyweight.
Jared Anderson is different than anyone else out there. All the top heavyweights are north of 34. He's 23, and guess what? He wants to be done by the time he's 27. If this tonight is the beginning of the Jared Anderson era, enjoy it while you can, fellas.
It's the beginning of the Jared Anderson and Azul, the Canary Presa dog. Twice we saw Makhmudov drop Akbajori. That right uppercut, guys, was vicious.
Yeah, that's just IQ. He saw Akbajori leaning forward.
It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Those right hands are just missing Akbajori. Like, he's just doing enough to sway one way or the other to avoid those shots. It's just a matter of time before the right uppercut lands again or an overhand right lands, and this fight is over with.
We talked about how daring Akbajori was to try to learn football in just 6 months after being a 4-year letterman at the University of Miami playing basketball. And now it's only been 6 years since he started fighting, and he's fighting against a man who basically laced up the gloves at age 6 in Makhmudov, and it's showing. Oh, what a right uppercut! And let's see what Makhmudov does to Akbajori, who's on shaky legs for, it seems like, the entire time they've been in the ring. I don't know how Akbajori is standing other than the fact that he's holding on for dear life. Akbajori leaning. Ooh, misses wildly. He's just got no legs.
A matter of time.
They're going to call it a knockdown, but there really wasn't a punch.
This fight, when I saw it on paper, complete mismatch. Experience-wise, you see the glamorous record. Look, thank God the referee stopped the fight. Akbajori, bless his heart, he did the best he could tonight. Makhmudov is just a different animal. Just a different animal.
Landed 23 of 53 power punches. Only one punch landed was a jab in the entire fight. And when you just think about Akbajori, he told us in the fighter meetings, my friends looked at this fight and said, you're a 10-to-1 underdog. And on paper, Makhmudov, I know is better. Guess what? In reality, he was a lot better too. lot to work on though with Makhmudov. With a fighter with such poor experience in Akbajori, it wasn't as clean a fight as you would like to have seen from Makhmudov.
Well, Makhmudov tried to get those shots through, but to your point, Bernardo, Akbajori made it awkward. He's not a great fighter, but he's athletic and he knows enough to try to get out of the way. But Makhmudov did a great job. It's hard to get a shot through like that. And those are clean flush shots that he sat on, he waited for it, and they ultimately got through and they did the job. And Tim Bradley's right. The referee saved Akbajori because it was going to be ugly, a not ugly knockout fashion that was going to end very bad if that referee didn't stop in there, because Akbajori never had a shot at all in this fight. And when that first punch landed, you could tell it was a mismatch.
All right, so Glenn Johnson, the man who, when he first saw Akbajori, he said, I know how to box. He says, you do not know how to box. And guess what? Tonight, that is still the case for Akbajori as Makhmudov gets another knockout win. Let's go to Mark Chinook for the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the Huntington Center, Toledo, Ohio, this bout comes to a halt at 1 minute 43 seconds of round number 2. For your winner by technical knockout, and still NABF heavyweight champion, Arslanbek, the Lion, Makhmudov.
Sometimes what you see on paper is exactly what you see play out in the ring. That was the case tonight. 17 wins, 16 knockouts for Arslan.